30 more seconds and we will get started. All right, ladies, let's kick off. Welcome back to the BIC Africa Acceleration Program for Female Entrepreneurs. We're excited to have you here with us again today. My computer is acting super slow this morning, so every time I do a slide transition, there might be a slight delay, but just bear with me. I'm only going to be with you for a few minutes. But we are super excited to have you back here with us today. We are nearly at the end of the program, which I can't believe. There's just a few more weeks left. And we're excited to get into training topic number 6 today. So our expert trainer is again going to be the lovely Monica. She is going to be taking us through training on the people in your business. So who is it that you need to support you in achieving your vision, of achieving your mission, of reaching the goals that you've set for yourself, for you and also for your business. So we're going to be talking about team management, which is a topic that came up last week in our coaching session. Some of you were curious about how to start bringing people on board, how to bring the right people on board, how to make sure that they're competent and able to help you run your business. So that's going to be part of the conversation today with Monica. And then we're also going to talk about partnership development, which is the people external to your organization that you need to form partnerships with to also achieve your mission and your vision and reach your goals. So without further ado, I am going to hand over to Monica, who's going to take you through today's training session and allow her to share her screen. Thanks, Monica. Welcome.
Thanks a lot, Danielle. Good morning, ladies. It's my pleasure to be with you again. And I'm just going to share my screen because I have prepared a presentation which will hopefully working very soon. Can you see it well?
We can see it, but not full screen yet.
Not the full screen, just a moment. Then the view. Slideshow. Yes, now I'm hopefully, yes, now you can see it well. Thank you very much. Sorry for the awkwardness. So ladies, today I'm going to give you practical tips and tricks related to team management and partnership development. And here on the slide, you can see what I would like to share with you today. First of all, I would like to talk about the team management. And of course, I would like to involve you in some interactive game again. I will talk about how to build a team. What are the key roles, competencies, and personalities you will meet? And also, I would like to share some information. What is the difference between the employee and consultant status at a company and startup? And I would like to give practical tips related to team management. At a later stage, I'm talking about the partnership development, the definition and types, how to build a successful partnership with external partners, why partnership can fail, where to look for partners, and I will give tips for successful networking. First of all, the team management is a big question from the point of view who you need as an employee or as a consultant, internally or externally, to execute your business model. Let me first start with a quote from John C. Maxwell. Teamwork makes the dream work. We all have a dream as an entrepreneur, and we would like to implement the project, which is an enterprise, and implement it very well and successfully. But we need a very good team to support us during this dream to become true. The team can do for you a lot. It makes you better than you are. It multiplies your value to others. It enables you to do what you do best. It allows you to help others do their best. It gives you more time. It provides you with companionship. It helps you to fulfill the desires of your heart. It makes everyone on the team a winner. And that will support you as a team leader or founder or company CEO. How to define the company? First of all, related to team, you need to define the company's vision, mission, strategy, and goal setting. After looking clearly this whole picture, you will be able to make a list of the roles that are essential to your startup success. I think that is the basis for the success. At any companies, you need to consider what kind of roles you need to have in order to have your success. The positions can be different. It varies from the CEO until the HR manager, and there are different positions you may need to fill in the startup or company. You need to have someone who is the CEO, who has the big picture in her or his mind and in the day-to-day operation. You may have a product manager who is following the related tasks through the product development and the product sustainable strategy. And you need to have a CTO who is specialized in technology. It's not in case, of course, in all of the entrepreneurs and startups, but you need to think of it maybe at a later stage to hire someone for this special position. Of course, at a certain point, you need to have a chief marketing officer and communication manager and community manager as well, who is focusing on the view of the product and service, because it's very important to understand how the customer see your product and service. You need to have at a certain stage definitely a sales manager who is generating the leads and bringing in money into the company. At a certain point, you need to hire a CFO who is essential to have someone. It is essential to have someone who is responsible for running the necessary the money-related financial activities. Of course, the business development manager is also a key position at companies and startups, finds the way to grow business from both a marketing and sales standpoint. And this person identifies, of course, new business opportunities. At a certain point, you need to think of whether you need for future success a customer service representative who is building the customer relationship. And of course, you need to have a person who is generating and managing the HR tasks and the person's hiring and related tasks. These are the essential positions at any startups and small and medium-sized or micro enterprises. But of course, in the beginning, we all start in small. We do everything for our own company. We are the CEO, the HR person, the sales manager, and whatsoever, and it can cause difficulties. But as the company is growing, we are all hiring people for additional positions. So you need to be aware of these positions as the essential for the key for success. Something is not working, unfortunately. Yes, it's working. So let's hire people, right, at the company. How you can hire the people? I think the best is if the new persons are coming by recommendations. It's the easiest way to ask friends, family members, ex-classmates, ex-colleagues, and so on, to make recommendations for people, and then the trust can be already there. If it's not in the case to work with recommendations, of course, we can look for further options. What are the key questions you need to answer What experience and education should your team members have? Which competencies should they have? What personality traits are important for each positions? When you think of a financial officer, a chief financial officer, for example, you need to think of very practical information and competencies. For example, can the person handle exact applications, Excel tables, and so on, and special financial documents? If you think of a communication manager, of course, the experience should always be there. You need to ask references from previous jobs. That's the best. And then, of course, you need to think of what kind of additional important requirements should be there as essential competencies. If you think of your team members, should there be entrepreneurial mindset, adaptability, technical expertise, business and financial acumen, collaboration and teamwork, problem solving and critical thinking, networking, relationship building, learning agility? Of course, this shouldn't be accomplished for all the types of jobs at your startup or company. But for example, the adaptability is good for all positions. The business acumen and financial acumen may sound well for the chief financial officer, but for the communication person, maybe the problem solving is better standing, and networking, of course. So these are the essential competencies you need to think of to have within the team. Then we can talk about the personalities. The personalities can be different because you need to think of the type of personalities when you hire a person for an exact position at your company. Should the person be an analyzer or visionary type of person? Should the person be an innovator? For a product development manager, maybe an innovator is the best quality, but maybe for a chief financial officer, you need to have someone who has a controller type of personality and can think of structures, and also for a facilitator type of personality, which is a people-focused connector, they would say, maybe another type of job is the best. The analyzer type of persons, are the ones who are the detail-oriented thinker. Analyzers are logical, data-driven, and meticulous. They focus on the specifics and are often methodological in their approach. When you deal with such a person who is an analyzer, provide detailed data, well-researched information, and logical explanation. Then she or he understands you. Avoid vagueness and ensure that your proposals are backed by solid facts and figures. This is the language what they speak. Meanwhile, the visionary, the big picture innovator, is a creative person who is forward thinking and often see the bigger picture. They are risk takers at the same time and value the innovation. Engage this type of visionaries with bold ideas and visionary proposals. Show them how your strategies align with their long-term goals and innovative approaches. Keep them engaged with creative and out-of-the-box thinking. That will be the success for them. Success for the working with them. Then the executor type of person. It's an action-oriented pragmatist. Executors are practical efficient and result-oriented persons. They value swift action and tangible results. Be direct to them and to the point with executors. Offer them clear, concise plans and demonstrate how these plans will be leading to a measurable outcome. Avoid lengthy discussions with them and focus on action steps and results. The other type is the facilitator, a people-focused connector, exactly. The relationship builders or the facilitators prioritize personal connections and are often empathetic and collaborative. They value trust and long-term relationships. Please build a personal rapport with relationship builder type of people. Engage in regular, friendly communication and emphasize collaboration and mutual benefits. Show genuine interest in their needs and priorities, and they will be the best colleagues. Then the innovator. The innovator is a creative problem solver type of personality. Innovators are creative, open-minded, and enjoy solving problems in unconventional ways. They are often excited by new ideas and unique approaches. Present new creative solutions and ideas to innovators. Engage them with brainstorming sessions and encourage their input in creative processes. The last two are the controller and the collaborator. The controller is a structured organizer. As I have said, a chief financial officer can be a very good position for such a person, as controllers are organized, systematic, and prefer the structure. They like to maintain the control over processes and decisions, provide controllers with organized plans, clear structures, and detailed schedules, respect their need for control, and offer them regular updates and reports. The last one is the collaborator, a team-oriented integrator. They are team-oriented, diplomatic, and seek harmony in group settings. They value consensus and collective success. Engage this type of collaborator colleagues with a team-oriented approach. Emphasize teamwork, collective decision-making, and the benefits to the group or organization as a whole. Of course, it's not easy. Oops. Can you see the screen well? Because for me now, it shows that it may pop up to another view. Anyway.
Yeah, Monica, I think you need to go back to the full screen.
Yeah, sorry. It's somehow
That's okay.
presenter view. I hope now it's working. No?
No, maybe the play from current slide.
Yes, yeah. Now, sorry.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Now it's visible. Thanks, sorry. So, of course, it's very time-consuming to find the best personalities for all the positions, what we have. But believe me, we need to differentiate who is type A or type B, who is an analyzer, who is a collaborator, because if we understand the team, then we will have a better view on how to share the tasks within the team to be efficient. Of course, we have a to-do list when we think of people and team management. We need to create an onboarding procedure which is clear for all the person who would like to get on board. Make sure your colleagues understand your vision, mission, and goals. You need to make them clearly what is the real result according to your understanding, what is the real success, and provide for them with the resources and support they need to succeed. Develop a training program for newcomers with development opportunities. They will value these activities. Build a strong culture, a strong company culture. Encourage collaboration, creativity, and innovation. Communicate regularly and effectively with all the team members to ensure everyone is on the same page. promoting the teamwork option, and share satisfaction survey and create motivation factors. Of course, team building is a very important element, and please gather always feedback from the colleagues. What are the difference between the employees and consultants? Sometimes in an early stage of a startup life, the point is coming when you need to hire a person, but you need to also hire a consultant for a specific role. So I think this is a very important information to be shared at the certain stage related to team management. What are the definitions of the employees and the consultants? The employees are the persons at the company who receive salaries or wages, benefits, and have legal protections such as labor laws and worker compensation insurance. While a consultant is an independent contractor who offers specific expertise or services to a business on a temporary basis. It's very important to understand this difference. So what kind of questions you need to take in order to understand whether you need to hire an employee or you need to make a contract with a consultant? Are you looking for a long-term commitment? Do you require the professional's undivided attention? Is there expertise needed in-house occasionally or often? For example, in a startup life, maybe in the beginning, it's very important to have a strong marketing, branding, and PR activities. Then you need to hire an employee, while maybe for a very specific technical detail, you need to have someone on an ad hoc basis. Then you make a contract with a consultant for that specific role. What are the pros and cons if we consider employees and consultants? The key benefits for hiring employees. Of course, the long-term commitment is a plus. Employees are generally more committed to your business and its goals, as their livelihood depends on the company's success. You have direct control over an employee's work, schedule, and priorities, and you can fully integrate employees into the team culture, fostering collaboration and a sense of belonging among key stakeholders. What are the potential drawbacks if you hire employees? Expenses, the first one. Employees are typically more expensive due to salaries, benefits, paid holidays, taxes, and other associated costs. The flexibility is maybe not there. Employees may not offer the same level of flexibility as consultants in terms of work hours, location, or project scope. Skills the gap. Attempting to fill a temporary or specialized skill gap with a full-time employee is often inefficient. At the same time, hiring a consultant, of course, can have key benefits for your startup or company. First one, the expertise. Consultants bring specialized skills and experience that be unavailable in-house. For instance, if your business is exploring advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, partnering with a firm specializing in AI consulting can provide the necessary expertise and insights to drive your projects forward. The second one, as key benefits, is flexibility. Consultants can offer tremendous flexibility in terms of work hours, project scope, and duration. This allows your business to scale up or down as needed. The cost saving is also a key benefit in some cases, as you only pay for the services needed and avoid additional employee-related expenses. Hiring a consultant can result in cost saving at the end for your company. Of course, there are cons, potential drawback if you hire consultants, the commitment. Consultants may have multiple clients and may not be as committed to your business as a full-time employee. You have less control over a consultant's work, schedule, and priorities. This is largely due to the fact that they are often juggling multiple clients. As consultants work on a per-project basis, on an ad hoc level, they typically are not around long enough to develop strong relationships with team members and integrate into the company culture. This has the potential to hinder collaboration. When you decide whether you need to have an employee or consultant, please decide according to the following factors. The project duration is important. If the work is temporary, specialized, or requires flexible hours, hiring a consultant. If the budget is a very important factor, you should consider the costs associated with hiring an employee, salary, benefits, taxes, and compare them to the fees and expenses related to engaging a consultant. The control and commitment is another deciding factor. You should determine the level of control and commitment you require for the role and whether an employee or consultant would better fulfill the needs. Then the skill gap. If your business needs expertise that is not available in-house or the skill set is needed only occasionally, engaging a consultant may be the most efficient option. The company culture and team dynamics can be another deciding factor. You should consider the impact of the role on your team and whether an employee or consultant would better align with your company's values and culture. Of course, for smaller companies, the budget can be a very important factor, while also filling the skills gaps can work out very well as a deciding factor in the beginning. After the team is growing, of course, the company culture and the team dynamics is also coming as a very, very important factor. Related to the team management, there are to-dos and not to-dos. I wanted to highlight for you both the elements because there are many to-dos and not to-dos related to the team management if we consider the successful results. Of course, the first to-do is to provide and establish clear roles and responsibilities so all the team members understand what they need to do, what is the timeline to do the exact activities, and it is very important to be very specific for them when assigning the tasks and assigning the deadlines. If you do so, it will help you to avoid confusions and delays. As I have said earlier, communication on a regular basis is a must for the success. It's a key in any team environment, especially in startups. Make sure that you have regular meetings with your team. Maybe every week on Monday morning, you start with a coffee or tea time together with your team and discuss what is the weekly plan with clear deadlines and with clear tasks, and you have the chance to gather feedback as well and ideas. Make sure that everyone in the team is aware of the goals and objectives. Keep everyone updated on the progress of the projects or exact tasks, and provide constructive feedback. Set achievable goals. Setting achievable goals will help you to keep your team motivated as they can clearly see the progress towards the success. Make sure that these goals are achievable but challenging enough to encourage your team to push themselves together. You need to encourage innovation. Startup teams often need to think outside of the box and come up with creative solutions and innovative ideas to problems. And you need to encourage the team to be very, very innovative by giving them the freedom to come up with new ideas, unique ideas, even if they don't always work out something. Foster collaboration is a very important to do. The startup teams are often small, so it's important to foster the collaboration among the team members. Encourage this collaboration by creating an atmosphere of openness and trust where team members can work together towards a common goal without any fear or judgment or criticism. And also, please do a to-do related to recognize and reward good performance. It's very important for the team members to be recognized for each of their activities and rewarded if there was a good performance made. It's very essential for keeping all the employees motivated. They can see each other's successes, so it's motivating them in future work. Of course, you can provide for them bonuses if the financial background is allowing it, or you can provide an extra day off or whatever is coming to your mind. Please feel free to come up with any ideas. They will be very happy to be efficient and innovative with ideas. Always provide feedback. It's very, very important. It's essential for helping employees developing their skills and improve their performance. And they understand better what was good, what should be improved. We never talk in a negative way towards them. So we never say something was not really good. It's better to be constructive and say that it can be better in the future. So the employees know what areas they need to work on hard and what they are excelling in. Also providing training and development opportunities essential for their personal and job-related work. What you shouldn't do in team management, overwork your team. It is important to set reasonable expectations for your team members and make sure that they are not overworked. So the timeline should be very well structured, because it can frustrate them. The micromanagement is also a not to do, I would say, because it's very important to give your team members autonomy to do their jobs in the best way possible. So you should just communicate what should be the result, but you shouldn't say, if you are a senior, how to do it. Of course, in a junior case, first you can explain and then you can check if it's working well. But in senior positions, it's a micromanagement, which is not efficient. You shouldn't neglect team building activities because it's a backbone of a startup. Taking time out of the workday for social activities, or even just having lunch together or having a coffee break together, it will help build a relationship which is strong and foster collaboration. And please don't ignore the feedback coming from the different colleagues, regularly asking them to provide feedback. Even anonymous feedbacks can help to build the trust and can help you to understand as a founder or CEO how to manage the team in a more efficient way. Of course, if we consider what can help you to manage the people, we can talk about traditional management models. These traditional management models stress the development of detailed project plans and a very rigorous observation of disciplined models. It was developed by engineers and manufacturing persons, so they assume that workflows with controlled variables and fixed inputs are the key for success. But I would say that the human factor is always there. So maybe a traditional management model will not work out for you. What you do when the traditional management model is not working out with very rigorous workflows and templates and so on. Then any experienced manager who know the negative side of this so-called Gantt chart, which was planned by engineers and manufacturing persons, then this type of any experienced managers know that they need to have only 5 factors to consider the human factors to efficiently do the people management. So if you rely on creating something, build a team which is fitting for this purpose. This involves making the correct decision on 3 elements. First is recruitment. This is the fundamental basis of the success of any type of businesses, whether it's a startup or small and medium-sized enterprises. Hire the best people, hire the right people. Second element is training. It is vital that you give people the skills they need to do a good job. If you have people who aren't quite right, develop them. Try to dedicate for them more time. They will be the best employees. They will not only be better and more productive, they will be grateful for this investment and commitment. Third thing, and finally, a good manager must create the right team structure and set the boundaries clearly. A robust set of measures of success, clearly explained and tracked with discipline, will give your people the framework for success, and just as important, tells them how to succeed. Second one from the 5 C's, as we call it, the comprehend. Understand the people in your team, their personalities, then you will understand how they fit each other. You need to understand your people's motivations and personal goals. A good manager needs to be empathetic, not a slave driver at all. One person may be a natural completer, finisher, or structured thinking person. Another could be a great at concept development or innovation type of tasks. Once you begin to understand the people in your team, you will be able to make better judgments as to where they will be most effective, how to get the most from them, and how to develop them. Then communicate. It is essential that you can convey your thoughts, concerns, and needs to your team. You must be able to motivate them and lead them. Tell them when you are not getting what you need, explain when changes are made, and congratulate them when they are doing well. Communicate clearly and often on a regular basis. If things are going well, it's important to say. If not, please be a bit gentle and tell them what can be improved instead of saying something very negative. A good manager should never be shy to clearly say and clearly addressing the issues. Give them and provide for them the necessary feedback. and then they will be open and positive to act according. Collaboration. A manager is not an island, so you need to require collaboration. The manager should be at the heart of the team, so please ensure that you share and delegate to get the best result. People will respond to being given responsibility. They step up, and by allowing them to develop into doing something that previously only you could do, you free yourself to do something else and add value to the entire process. And then you have more time dedicated for your new ideas and new activities or development stages. In short, you need to multiply the effectiveness of the whole team. Then confront. People are very different, of course, and they see things differently and engage with issues differently. And where this happens, there is always invariable conflicts. This can cause a problem. It can kill a team or a teamwork. It can undermine cooperation and drive great people out. But you shouldn't be afraid of to be always direct, but always try to communicate well in a good manner, bringing the various ideas to the table, looking for solutions. A team can walk away understanding each other better after communicating clearly and solving the problem together and feeling more cohesive and possibly having discovered a better way forwards. The manager's role is to communicate and engage and never be defensive, even if they are the subject of the criticism. Of course, there are times when there is simple no resolution. In these instances, a good manner must be able to not only walk away, but lead others to walk away too. If a decision must be made, it must be the manager who is making that decision. They must act as the lighting rod for any feeling, never let it remain within and between the team. In the most extreme cases, an individual will not back down and cannot be managed. The actions undermine the team and threaten the project. So you need to be very careful. Early and decisive engagement is that's why vital. The manager must be robust and answering immediately, bringing clear evidence of the negative behavior. So you need to explain what was not working well. And you need to show the impact on the project so people understand why it's not a positive behavior, but a negative one. And as soon as they understand, the meeting can have a fruitful discussion. Of course, the manager should be supported by the HR manager if there is any. If not, then the manager should act and stand alone. And there will be other members of the teams who supporting this person. For a good people manager, the team must always be more important than any one person. So the manager is successful if she or he is thinking in the whole team and not just as a one person stand out. After this initial slides, I would like to invite you to be active because I would like to show you a very nice action, which is including the agile sailing boat exercise. I would like to ask all of you to participate, because what we will do is that we will imagine a sailing boat. If you think of your startup or company, please consider it in your mind as a sailing boat. Then you see an island in front of you, then you see an island behind of you, then you see the sun, the wind, the clouds, sharks, and anchors. The sailing boat is your company itself, means how ready are you? What are you doing great? What do you take with you? What knowledge, and so on? What are the competitive advantages of your company? What are the core capabilities? The island in front of you, the vision, what you have in mind? What are your goals? The island behind of you, what you left behind, what is your weakness, for example? The sun, what is the reason for the company's existence? Why do you do this? What is your mission? The wind, what is an entrepreneurial idea gives you and moves you forward? The clouds can be the challenges and opportunities in the environment according to relevant trends. The rocks are the dangers in the environment, for example, changes in customer habits. The sharks are the competitors itself, and anchors are the problems you are dealing with that are related to the company or to the team. What hinders you, slows you down, prevents you from making a breakthrough? So what I would like to do in cooperation with you is that I'm going to open a Word file and we can work a bit together. So let me share the file in which we can work together, and let's prepare our own agile boat. So here is the agile boat. I hope you can all see well my screen. I'm trying to make it a bit bigger. And by answering the questions, you can let me know either in the chat box or online, what are you doing great? So then I immediately can write it on our own agile boat. Here are examples which can give you some ideas. So for example, the sailing boat is the company. What are you doing great related to team management? Do you make regular team meetings? Do you organize some development trainings or onboard trainings for newcomers? Please, ladies, let me know. And then I'm going to write it immediately. What are you doing great at the moment related to team at your company or in general? If you think of your own startup or small and medium-sized companies or micro companies, is there anything what you can mention? In case you need to, yes, so I'm writing in the chat box. What are you doing? Great.
Great.
What are you doing great related to team management at the moment? Do you have a structured meeting schedule? Very good.
Very good.
Solange is saying, I have short daily meetings. I promote learning sessions prepared from different team members. Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
So then
Monica, there is a bit of an echo. I don't know if you changed any of the settings, but from time to time there is an echo.
I don't know. I didn't change anything, so hopefully it works.
And it's coming because one of the participants is unmuting herself. So Hafsa, if you're trying to speak, please go ahead and do so.
Okay, okay. Good. Hanan is saying, in our company, it is women-run and women-led companies, so we first make them feel at home with coffee ceremony where we have meetings. Yes, it's very important. As I have explained, you need to understand the person's private goals as well, not just what they would like to achieve by their development at a startup or company. And if you have a nice coffee together, a tasty coffee, can also let them discuss freely what is their future idea, where they would like to be within 1, 2, 3 years. So you better understand for how long you can rely on each of the colleagues and what is their personal requirement related to workplaces. Because while for one colleague, maybe a one-time bonus is the best, for another person, a one-time day off is better to be with the family. So you need to understand the personal motivation behind all the colleagues' personality. So it's very important to involve, to have regular meetings. Marriage say we have meetings that might not be regular, but if there is something important, we will discuss it over. It's also good then people understand at the company that they do not have the regular meetings, but if there is something that should be immediately handled, they are there and dedicate their time. Weekly progress meetings and monthly one-on-one check-in sessions with individual team members. Yes, it's also important. Sometimes it's good to have face-to-face meetings with all the colleagues, because then they feel more important, and maybe they will say important inside information what they would not share in a team meeting. And of course, Marish say, we will celebrate smaller achievements to boost the energy for the upcoming activity. Very good. Super, ladies. Next question. Inland in front of you, what is your goal? And think of team management. I write it here also.
Yeah.
What is your goal in team management? And then we will understand the island in front of us. What is our goal in team management? For me, it works very well, for example, when I hire someone to complete a short survey, and then I understand the person's type. And before we go into the discussion, I check this with the person. Of course, I'm not using that material for any further purpose, just to understand the personality, and I give back the paper for the person, and then we can go into the discussion, but I'm already aware the type of personality, and then the discussion can be better for the future goals. So that is working for me. Nina is saying that she doesn't have yet a team member yet. That's not a problem. At a later stage, I think it's very valuable to understand that it's good to work with these tests to understand the different team members, because at a later stage, I hope your startup or company will grow and you will need team members. Gabiso is saying independence and proactiveness. She's looking for less guidance from my desk where all regular service are concerned. Yes, it's also good if you have an active team member, and maybe there are other colleagues and you don't have yet a hierarchy, but let's say appoint that very active team member who is already proactive to be some kind of team leader in the beginning, and then others can be activated as well. That's a good point, I think, in the beginning. Hanan is saying to have a structured team assigned to run a smooth operation of the company, despite the financial difficulty we are facing right now to hire, but definitely in the future. Yes, a structured team. You can consider of the various positions I have mentioned, Chief Financial Officer, Chief Technical Officer, CEO, Marketing Specialist, and so on. And you can consider the consultants versus employees, whether you need to have a long-time employee or just for an ad hoc technical examination, for example, a consultant. Improve innovation and creativity and reach objectives by G. Hain. Yes, that can be also created by team building activities, so then people better understand that they can freely share their unique, innovative ideas, and then you can select which ideas are feasible, and then you can implement it at a later stage at your company. Effective communication and also collaboration to do a great job. Yes, it's very important. The effective communication is the key for success. I usually say that we as founders or CEOs of any companies, we are working like psychologists. We are listening for the colleagues. We are communicating to them on a regular basis. Then we gather the feedback. We need to solve the problems and so on. It's very important to efficiently communicating and collaborating. Also maintain well-being at workplace by G. Hain. Yes, it's very important. If you already provide, for example, sometimes tasty tea, for example, from time to time for free of charge, which serves at the well-being of the colleagues, they will be very happy and thankful for this opportunity. Good. Then the island behind of us, what we leave, is basically the weakness, your weakness at the company or startup related to team management. What we leave behind of us, what is the weakness of the startup related to team management. So what is that we would like to leave behind of us? What is the weakness of our startup at the moment related to team management? It can be, of course, that we don't have a structured onboard process, and then it's a mess that we need to dedicate a lot of time to hire the new people, but as there is no process behind, then it's very time consuming. Yes, it would be great if you could provide information related to your team at your startup and company. Consultants are team members. That's the question from Nina. Consultants, I would say, are team members of your company on an ad hoc basis. But as I have said, the real team members are the employees if we consider long-term. But on an ad hoc basis, you need to also consider the consultants as your colleagues, and the colleagues need to work with the consultants like they are the colleagues and not just consultants. Otherwise, they will not feel familiar with working with consultants. So you need to explain for them that they are staying at the company for a specific purpose, for a specific time, for a specific expert activity, but they should be considered as team members. What I usually do, for example, I organize the team meetings with the employees on a regular basis. And when we talk about a very important activity or problem we need to solve, and it's related to the work, what the consultant is doing, then I involve the consultant as well. And I ask the consultant to come to the office from time to time to meet the colleagues, not just working online, because then this is the feeling, if they meet face to face, that they are real colleagues for a certain period. So what is the weakness of our startup or SME? What we would like to leave behind? Lack of team building sessions or exercises, by G. Hain. Yes, absolutely. If there is no team building, then it's very difficult to have a good atmosphere and a very developing atmosphere. You need to let your mind free when you work, to get into the flow, to be very successful and efficient. And that's why the team building is essential. You don't need to have a lot of money to go to a hotel and organize a big event as a team building. Of course, if you have budget, that's the best. If you can go out and visit a workshop or visit a special place, or do a team exercise, go to rafting or something very specific. But if you don't have money at a certain moment, it's also good to just go out, to have a walk together, to sit at a nice garden somewhere, to have a picnic together. Everybody is bringing a bit of food, then you share, then you discuss, you drink an iced tea or coffee, and then you discuss certain important topics. But be careful when you have a team building. It's not necessarily about the work. You can talk a bit about the work, but please understand that it's a free time, so dedicate it to discuss three topics mentioned by the colleagues. We face inadequate performance management, so as to give clear feedback on what we do or didn't do. And also we also have skill gaps and lack of expertise to manage our team, by Mahesh. Yes, inadequate performance management is can give a headache. you need to think of structures, and in the structures you need to understand what is the performance, what should be the performance by each of the team members, and how you will go as a whole team towards the goal and have the results. Good. The sun on the photo is why you do this. Why do you do this? So I write it also. Why do you do this? Related to team management. Having fun together, having supportive team members, or just because you like to manage people. You want to create, of course, values, but meanwhile having fun together. It's very important to spend every day at the office by not just implementing some tasks and activities and projects, but also to enjoy yourself and being in the flow. Hanan is saying, because it is important to understand where we are and to work towards same vision. Yes, it's very, very important to clearly show as a manager the vision and mission of the company, and then everybody understands where the company would like to head to. Good. Then the clouds are what is moving forward you. What is moving forward you. What is moving forward you if you consider team management? Team management is crucial for startups as it enhances productivity, fosters innovation, and improves decision-making. It boosts employee engagement and satisfaction, resolves conflicts, and builds a strong company culture by Maraj. Yes. Sorry, I wrote clouds, but the wind is what is moving forward you. Sorry, in team management, the wind is what is moving you forward. It can be that a good process, thinking is moving you forward, or you got a good maybe feedback process tip from another company, and that is what is moving you forward. So I just write it that the wind is moving forward. And then I just write also that the cloud, of course, is what are the challenges, because then we can't, if there are clouds, we can't see the sun. So then we have challenges, we face difficulties. And in team management, it can be that one person is very negative, for example, and it's very, very difficult if one person is negative, saying criticism for everything. and you need to stay positive, and somehow you need to influence that person. It's always the best if you somehow involve another team member to influence that negative person in the thinking and show that person where his or her work is leading to, so she or he can see that step by step he's moving forward towards the good results. So maybe he's changing his mind or her mind. So that can be a challenge. There are, of course, other challenges. Experience of other successful companies that pass through strong management skills by Meyerich. Yes, that's also important. And then we should also think of the answers, problems related to team management. Working in silos within the team, the problems related to team management. What are the problems? We don't have an onboard procedure, for example, that can be a problem. Yeah, so the question is from Meyerich, the problems related to team management, the different types of personalities. It's difficult to understand them. If we don't understand them, we can't lead them towards the goals. Yeah, so there are many examples for the problems as well. Also, there are no sharks on this photo, but we can put sharks by ourselves and think of what the competitors are doing better. We have discussed earlier that the competitor analysis is a very important step. And if we consider the competitors related to team management, we can also consider how they manage the team, their team. Maybe there is something what we can learn from them, or we can compare what we do better or what they do better. Of course, if we open their webpage, we can see if they hire employees, what type of positions they already have at the company, compare it with our startup and small and medium-sized enterprise. So we can also check what the competitors are doing better or what we do better. It's also good to learn and then act accordingly. Very good, ladies. Now I would go back to the presentation and I would just a moment. Somehow I dropped out myself from the presentation. Sorry about that, but now I'm getting back. And thank you very much for your interactive attitude. I think it was helping for you a bit to understand what is important related to team management, so you can better slideshow. Yes, I hope now you can see my screen. So I hope it helped you to understand better what you need to consider as a deciding factor to involve any employee or any consultant at your startup and company. And now I would like to say a few words about partnership development, who you need as a partner externally to execute your business model. I just opened the chat box because I can see that still there are messages, so I would like to see them. Business partners. The business partners at any companies are commercial partners, entities, with which we can do alliance or different types of cooperation. And this relationship may be a contractual exclusive bond in which both entities commit not to ally with third parties. Alternatively, it may be a very loose arrangement designed largely to impress customers and competitors with the size of the network that the business partners belong to. Business partners can vary from companies through suppliers to family members and business angels. You need to consider this type of business partners in case you would like to develop your company. You need stakeholders at a certain stage, you need suppliers, you need to have agent or reseller or an investor. Okay. Think of your business partners, please. Who are your business partners already? Are you satisfied with the cooperation with them? Think of it a bit and please try to provide for me the answer in the chat box. Are you satisfied with the current business partners? Do you have suppliers, stakeholders? Do you work with a university as a school? Do you work with special metal subpart suppliers for your furniture industry, for example? Do you work with lawyers at your consultant company? There are many different ladies who are participating in this BIC Africa 2024 program. According to your resume, I'm sure you have a lot of type of business partners already. Universities, NGOs, state agencies, family shops, production companies, marketing agency. What kind of business partners you already have? Are you satisfied with the cooperation? I hope that you have already a lot of fruitful business partnerships. G. Haney is saying, my business partners are great but expensive. I would like to find cheaper suppliers. Very good. I hope you already know the channels to find the cheaper suppliers. If not yet, I would advise to start to find the suppliers through business channels, go to meetings, network with people at certain online and offline business meetings. And if you say that you would like to find suppliers specifically in such a field, they may recommend a good supplier, or Chamber of Commerces can help you, or groups at social media can help you. For Gabizo, it's still under work in progress. That's good. So I hope with tips I can provide you some good information. Partnerships are the lifeblood of the successful startups. Here you also need to provide clear objectives, what you hope with the partnership, whether accessing a new technology, entering a new market, or evaluating the success at a later stage together with the partner. It's very important to clear the objectives in the beginning. Identify complementary partners. Understand, please, the partner's values, goals, attend industry events, join related networks, because you need to build the trust and mutual respect, which is essential for successful partnerships. Negotiate fairly. It's essential in all types of business relationships. Clearly define the scope, including who is doing what, when, how, and also the financial details are very important. It's also essential to talk about the potential risks. Successful partnerships can fail. The most common reason why strategic partnerships can fail are the misaligned goals, lack of trust, poor execution, cultural mismatch, unrealistic expectation, lack of flexibility. That's why you need to dedicate a proper time to prepare the business agreement with the exact partner and have it in written. Otherwise, there can be misaligned goals, or a poor execution, or an unrealistic expectation. Where to look for partnerships? I have given already some examples, but you can do it well thanks to partnership search engines, social media, different groups, joining online forums and groups, influencer marketing platforms, start charity partnership, and networking. Networking is the key for success from many points of view. So I would say the key to success is networking, networking, networking. If you are clear in what you want to achieve, you will clear in what kind of business partnership you need, and then it will be the very clear business message, and you will find the right partner. So here are my tips for the effective networking in order to find business partners. Prepare yourself ahead. I was talking about the importance of the one-pager, which is including your company details. Present yourself very well. Always be ready to give your pitch. Ask the right questions when there is the time. Listen actively. Ask for help. It's important to be not afraid of asking the help. Expand your online presence. Be conscious of your digital image and do your research. When you have the partner, stay in touch with them and grow your network continuously. Marriage is writing or business partner in the Business Incubation Center. They are very nice helping us, but still, since it is governmental, so it might be quite challenging to pass through many processes. Yes, there are different business partners. State partners are not that flexible as partners coming from the market. But state partners are also very important because they can give you a very good reference. If you include them in your one-pager, it can open another door at the real market. So if you think of your partnership, what kind of partners you don't have at the moment? What you would like to have in the near future? It can be either a supplier or a specific technology partner for artificial intelligence, or maybe for taxation, for a consultant company, or a special metal parts for the furniture industry, or a special sewing kit for the one who is dealing with the fashion industry. Among the members of the BIC Africa 2024, there are many types of suppliers, shops, different business partners, state agencies, NGOs, market partners, business angels, incubator houses. Please consider what type of partnerships you would like to achieve, what kind of roles you would like to still consider, including business partners, profiles, what you don't have at the moment, but you would like to have for the future. As I have said, the best to find new partnerships is face-to-face meetings and networking at certain events. Jihain is saying that financial analysts, they would like to find a business angel and a good photographer. I think photographers can be online presented, so you can check the social media and check who is close to you, or maybe you can check with university students because they can offer maybe at a certain stage for free of charge their services if you use them as a reference, which is good for their marketing to build up their own business, and then you can do a barter business. I find it quite a good tip. I have partners in photography and video training center, and I would like to have partners in artificial intelligence and automation for my platform, probably students. Yes, it's very good to check with universities close by to your company. Maybe they have special groups. You can go there once. You can talk about your company within 5 minutes and ask their support, and then you can do a good barter for any type of cooperation, like photography or artificial intelligence cooperation. Thank you very much, ladies. I hope you found these practical tips related to partnership development useful one. Of course, I'm going to share my presentation with you. And my conclusion is another quote from John C. Maxwell: coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. This is my message related to team management and partnership development. I think you are here for a reason. You are already able to participate in this very valuable acceleration program. You got good tips and tricks for your businesses, and now your time is to ask the right questions. If you may have any questions related to team management and partnership development, and think of your future related to team management and partnership development. What kind of partners you already have? what kind of partners you would need. And also related to the team, please understand your colleagues' personality, and that will be your key for success to manage them well. Marriage is saying, maybe if it helps, we got a call from some manufacturing company to work with us, but they were asking us unreasonable share amount and very restricted rules. So we have said no, because it is our work, not theirs. I think it's important to observe who we are working with. Very important, you need to say sometimes no. So if you have a clear structure in your mind related to your vision and mission and a clear business model in line with team management and partnership development, you will be able to understand within one short phone call or by email who is the best partner, business partner for you. If it's not aligned with your activities and your future purpose, please say no. It's very good that you mentioned. Thanks a lot. And now I would like to thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm sorry, I'm a bit behind of this schedule. Thank you very much for your attention. Here are my details, so you can later also write me or call me.
Great, thank you so much, Monica. Super insightful. I'm sure the ladies have a lot to be working on as they think about what their teams need to look like, who they need to bring on board, and also looking at these partnership relationships. So in the interest of time, I'm going to keep this ending short and sweet. Next week, we have our final coaching session together. We are going to be talking about storytelling and the art of the pitch. So you do not need to prepare anything for next week's coaching session. I will be taking you through some exercises during our time together, and then be asking you to prepare something after the session in advance of the final networking session that we have in a couple of weeks' time. So just to recap, no homework for this week for preparation for next week's coaching session, but we'll work on some things together. Okay, so ladies, it's been a pleasure having you with us here again today, and we will see you all again next week at the same time and the same place for that final session on pitching. Thank you so much again, Monica. It was great to learn about this topic, and ladies, it's nice to see you all.